So here's a look at the completed knuckle design, and on the left here I have one that's already finished and it has the screw in it, and whenever you put it all together, you want to make sure that that knuckle operates just like this. If we move it to the left, it bounces back, move it to the right, it bounces back. So in this case, if we move it to the right and let go, it goes back to center. Move it to the left, let go, it comes back to center, and you can see that it's very free to move, and therefore there's no binding and no friction. So that's the way you want to make sure that they are whenever you're ready to mount them to the car. We start by using the center part of the truck. It has a box on the end of it, and then we have 3 other pieces. Now these 2 pieces I did not use support when they were printed. These 2 pieces, the actual knuckle components, those I use support, and I did that so that we do not have to do any gluing. There's no glue involved in this design. So first thing we do is we take what we call the hook, and this is the hook part of the knuckle, and I'm going to put that on first. I'm also going to make sure that the spring for that knuckle or hook is to the left. So in order to install it, I've got to drop it down inside there and then let go, and you see that it's actually going over that pin, and therefore I can put the second part on. Now on this one, I want to make sure that the spring is on the right side. So again, I'm going to tilt it and then let go of it, and if I kick this to the right a little bit, you'll see that it dropped down flush. Now you can see that there's a little bit of a step on there, and that step is going to go into this hole, this recess, and then I'm going to put the screw in. Now whenever you push this down, it should be a snug fit, and you can see that it is in fact a good fit. Now we just need to put the screw in it to lock it in place. That's going to take 2 hands, so I'm not going to put the screw in it. However, I am going to show you that this is free to move just like the other one, and it always returns back to center. If your knuckle comes out like this when you put it together, then you've done well. Now one of the things you'll want to keep in mind is that because they're printed with support, on one side it's going to be rough. So it's really important that you sand that smooth. And what I use is a T-sander, which is nothing more than a piece of aluminum with a strip of sandpaper on it. And of course I run this piece, both pieces, I will run it up and down on its side, just like that, and get it smooth on both sides. So I'll do one side and flip it over and do the other side, being careful not to damage or tweak the spring, because the spring is the key to this functioning properly. So we do not want to damage the spring. And you can see here the sanding marks where I've sanded the part smooth, and therefore it operates friction free in there. So you can see some sanding marks there, and of course that side is pretty smooth, but you want to make sure that there's no debris on that whenever you put it together so that it works freely. And again, whenever you're finished, it should do just like that. And I'm going to show you that mounted to the truck on the engine already. But again, the parts should work free. They should be free. And also this coupler, the knuckle has a hole in the bottom for an iron bar if you want to use the magnets to open and so that you can stage the cars. So there is a top and a bottom. This is the top, and then this is the bottom, and you can see the hole there. That's for the iron bar to go in.